Okay, I'm going to give people just the answer to partnerships. Like this is how you deal with partnerships in business and really truly in life. So when we started as a couple, of course we had all the natural pitfalls that normal couples do, but it wasn't until we started a business together that thing that you really learn how to partner with somebody. And most of the advice you read on partnerships say divvy up your responsibilities based on your skills, what you're good at. I'm here to say that's wrong. That is not the way to approach a partnership. Brent and I have, first of all, no two people are exact opposite. Nobody has, 100% one skill and 0% of another skill. So Brent and I both are very creative people. We're not great with finance. So we couldn't split up our duties with our business. So what we developed was something we call the 51% rule. That means we're both good at a lot of things. But when a challenge or a decision comes up that needs to be made, the person with the most passion, not the best skill set, but the most passion for the issue gets 51%. They don't get 100%. They don't get 99%. They get 51%. So the person who doesn't have the most passion still has that 49% that they have to challenge, debate, argue to make the decision sharper and smarter. But the person with the 51% wins, not just because they have they feel stronger about it, but because of that passion, they are most motivated to make it succeed. So whoever has the most passion to do something gets that extra 1% because we know that they're going to work even harder to make sure it works. So don't divvy up any partnership in life or in business based on skill set. Do it based on the passion. So far, it worked. I mean, it still leads to a lot of arguing and debate and complications.
Which you want. And I think that is really essential because if you break that down even further, it's about listening. It's about listening without judgment. So all the way up to that 49%, you need to listen to every single argument that's being made. And it's about knowing when to step back and acquiescing, and when to give. Because if you're that 49%, you need to know, okay, I've reached the limit of my 49%, and now I'm granting you your choice.
And let's face it, if you're the 51%, you're gonna do more to put into the argument. You're gonna do more of the research. You're gonna dive into it. So it sounds like there's an underlining also of trust.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from a practicality standpoint, like, hey, after 7:00 at night, we don't talk about work.
Yes, I think, if you are a couple that is involved romantically and in a business, that you do have to have some boundaries, but those boundaries may not happen at the beginning of the business. So much lately has been about work-life balance. But if you are craving work-life balance, the entrepreneur lifestyle is probably not for you.
Or you need to reframe the way you look at work-life balance. Work-life balance, most of us think of that as day-to-day. Like I'm only going to work 8 hours and I'm going to relax 8 hours and sleep 8 hours. If you're an entrepreneur, just accept the fact that your work-life balance is measured in years. You are going to work almost 24 hours a day for a set amount of years in order to have the life balance later on that you want to achieve. So really reframe your idea of work-life balance. That's not to say, if you have a daily work-life balance, that's fine, but it might not work in a real entrepreneurial situation.